We have a voicemail number, and that number is 2192-DAVID-P. Now, I'm going to do something potentially against my better judgment. I'm going to play a voicemail from this very insistent troll, Troy York. Now, some of you might say, that rings a bell. Troy York, where do I know that name? Troy York has been calling into the show and leaving voicemails for years and years and years. And months ago, maybe even longer, I just stopped playing his voicemails because they got so boring and pedantic and pointless. You didn't like them. I didn't like them. They didn't bring anything interesting to the table. Recently, people have been saying, whatever happened to Troy York? Well, what happened to Troy York is that he still leaves 2 to 3 voicemails a day. Haven't played his voicemail for months, maybe longer, but he is insistently leaving voicemail after voicemail. Half of them, you can barely hear what he says. His connection's a disaster. The background noise is just infuriating. But I want to play one voicemail just to show you this is really what happens when your brain is completely scrambled on right-wing talking points and confusion, and you're in a daze where you completely lack any ability to think critically or for yourself about anything. And as often is the case, Troy York uses up the full 3-minute max on our voicemail line. Let's just see how far we can get through this, but understand, this is your brain on idiocy.
David Pakman, more lies of the corrupt mainstream media through their polling continue to meddle and rock into the Pennsylvania Senate election, and the continued lies and abuse of polling is something that there needs to be reckoning with. These polls mean absolutely nothing and are meant to manipulate the votes. They always favor the Democrats.
Well, right now, John Fetterman is up 4 in polling in Pennsylvania, and Ron DeSantis is up 5 in polling in Florida. So if we can't believe any of the polling, then certainly on election day, both of the results in those races should differ from the polling. We'll be able to test that in just a few weeks.
They are partisan in nature. They're untrustworthy. They are deceiving, and they should be declared illegal. Anyone with a brain
That's a really conservative light touch, right? Make polling illegal.
Would ignore these polls, but naturally you are like the scarecrow from the land of Oz. You do not have a brain that functions properly. Your brain, Mr. David Pakman, is a butter.
It's not mayonnaise, it's butter. Listen, I mean, polls are generally speaking pretty accurate. You know, you go back to 2020, the polling going in had Biden like +5, and Biden ended up winning by 7.2. It's really pretty close. In 2016, let me see if I can, 2016, Trump, Hillary, I'll get the exact numbers for us. In 2016, the polling had Hillary up 3, and Hillary won the popular vote by 2. Now, of course, we have this crazy system called an electoral college, and it led to Trump winning the electoral vote. But the popular vote polls said Hillary +3, Hillary won by 2. The polling is generally speaking pretty accurate, Troy.
You are so deranged with Trump syndrome. You are so delusional with your progressive radical extremism.
Yeah.
You can't even call out these polls for the horse manure that they are. Dr. Mehmet Oz is by far a healthier, stronger, more competent person.
I can't speak to the comparison between Oz and Fetterman on physical health, but Oz is in way over his head. Fetterman's a really brilliant guy, Harvard, lieutenant governor, etc. Oz doesn't know up from down and left from right.
More competent leader than John Fetterman, who is a disgrace. He is a scum. He looks like the average homeless guy. He can't dress. He can't talk. He has no ability to live a healthy lifestyle. He doesn't care. The man is morbidly obese, unhealthy.
I actually don't think Fetterman's morbidly obese. Anyway, so that's Troy York. That'll be the one voicemail for the year. He'll keep calling in, 2 to 3 times a day. But for those of you who have been wondering, it's still the same dribble. We have a great bonus show for you today. Ginny Thomas, the wife of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas, will be speaking with the House January 6th panel. When and under what terms, we will discuss. The woman who falsely accused the black bird watcher, remember that wacky story, and then got fired? She sued her ex-employer and has lost the lawsuit. We will talk about it. Many are calling it sweet justice. I'm not calling it that, but many people are. And the World Cup captains want to wear rainbow armbands in Qatar. I have to tell you, the rainbow armbands are fine, but the stadiums were built by essentially slave labor. So this is one of those things where, yeah, fine, but we're kind of missing the forest for the trees. We're going to talk about all of those stories and more when producer Pat joins me on today's bonus show. You can get instant access to the bonus show by signing up at joinpakman.com. And remember, we have launched the new YouTube channel, Pakman Finance, youtube.com/Pakman Finance. Subscribe free. The clips are going up daily. We'll see you then.